When you're insulin resistant, that is, you've got metabolic syndrome, pretty much every chemical in the body is not quite right. Some are up, some are down, few are actually at physiologically normal levels. Traditionally, the focus is on the big guns, sugar, insulin, and cholesterol. In this series, we take a look at some of the other players, who they are, what they're up to, and how they're part of the state of insulin resistance. In this video, we take a look at vitamin D. When you're insulin resistant, serum vitamin D levels are often lower than ideal. Now, although we refer to vitamin D as a vitamin because we get it in food, food is not the official source of vitamin D. We make it ourselves in our skin. Basically, we turn skin cholesterol into vitamin D when we expose our skin to high enough levels of UVB. Since we make it, it's strictly speaking not a vitamin. A more accurate description of what vitamin D is it's a hormone. That is, it's a signaling molecule. It signals to pretty much every cell in the body via the vitamin D receptor. It turns out what we make and eat, which is also known as calciferol, is not quite a hormone. In order for it to be a hormone, a little chemistry has to happen. Step 1 takes place in the liver. The liver pops a hydroxyl group onto the vitamin D, making it 25-hydroxy vitamin D, or calcidiol. Now, this is exciting, but not enough to make the vitamin D a fully fledged hormone. To be a fully fledged hormone, the kidney also has to pop on a hydroxyl group to make 125 dihydroxy vitamin D, also known as calcitriol. Only then is vitamin D ready to be a hormone. Now, the first step in the process is not strictly controlled, but step 2 is. So your body makes sure you get just the right amount of vitamin D. And the right amount depends on your calcium status, which depends on your genes and lifestyle. Now, vitamin D, the hormone, works hard. Scientists reckon over 900 genes take their orders from vitamin D via that vitamin D receptor. And vitamin D receptors are on virtually every cell in your body. Something so powerful must be a controlled substance. So, what do blood tests measure? Well, the blood test that is routinely used to test your vitamin D status is measuring how much prohormone is in the circulation, not how much active hormone is around. This means you could have low calcidiol but normal calcitriol, or you could have low calcidiol plus low calcitriol. Only in one of these scenarios are you genuinely deficient. You end up in this scenario mostly if you don't get enough sun. In this case, you do need more calciferol. But before you reach for that vitamin D supplement, it is important to realize just like you store calories for a rainy day, you also store vitamin D for sunless days, something that is a reality in winter. Now, the spot where the vitamin D is stored is your fat cells. So, the more fat cells you have, the bigger your capacity to store vitamin D. You don't need more calciferol. Having said that, to get the vitamin D out is an active process. Now, if you're not in the habit of burning fat, which you're not when you're insulin resistant, odds are you're not releasing much of that vitamin D store. The point being, adding more of something you're not short of doesn't make sense and might, in the long run, be harmful. There are now half a dozen clinical trials that have shown supplementing with vitamin D does not improve body chemistry in those who are not genuinely short of vitamin D. And too much vitamin D can be just as big a problem as too little. It raises the levels of calcium circulating in your blood. Now, this calcium can be deposited in your bones, which is good, but it can also be deposited in your blood vessels, turning your blood vessels to stone. Inflexible blood vessels are unable to expand and contract as the blood whooshes. This contributes to rising blood pressure levels and eventually pipe bursts, a problem that goes hand in hand with insulin resistance. Keeping tabs on your vitamin D status is helpful. If you're genuinely deficient, supplement to fix it. The universally agreed upon level, which is considered to be deficient, is a level of 25 hydroxy vitamin D less than 10 nanograms per milliliter. At these levels, your blood levels of calcium will be low and parathyroid hormone levels will be elevated, putting your bones in jeopardy. But when your levels are not extremely low, the biology suggests that you should proceed with caution. You want enough vitamin D, not too little and not too much. The optimum way to get vitamin D is the way Mother Nature intended, through sun exposure. Now, small doses of sun are not risky. Sunburns are. Exactly how much sun you need to turn up vitamin D production depends on your skin tone, how much of you is catching the sun, the season, and your geography. You can't overdo it. And since the sun does a whole lot more than just make vitamin D, the benefit to your body chemistry will extend way beyond vitamin D production. If circumstances make getting your vitamin D fix from sun tanning an impossible proposition, then you should eat it. Foods considered high in vitamin D include fish and eggs. Plan C would be to supplement, and this should be medically supervised and for a shorter period as is necessary. Epidemiological studies do suggest that running low on vitamin D levels is a sign of bad body chemistry. But this does not mean it is the cause of bad body chemistry, and you cannot fix it by taking excessive amounts of a vitamin D supplement. You need to fix the underlying body chemistry that is keeping it low. This may take a little detective work. Here are a few of the journal articles I've used to tell the vitamin D story. Vitamin D is just one of hundreds of chemicals in the body that are amiss when you're suffering from metabolic syndrome. You can learn more about some of them in our ups and downs of insulin resistance series. Be sure to subscribe to our channel to catch future episodes. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.